Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Arsenal Save. And we do have a little bit of a change in plan. We beat Leeds in the FA Cup 4th round replay. As you can see here, beat them 4-1. Mustafi, Iwobi, Johansson and Cliver all with the goals, and it changes up what we're going to bring you. I was going to bring you United and Juventus today, but it'll be United and Tottenham in the FA Cup 5th round. Tomorrow's episode will then be Juventus and Southampton, the two games that we give you. So yeah, bit of a change round, but hopefully you understand where that comes from. We also beat Leicester as well, 3-0 in the league. Berardi, Tolisso and Lacazette all scoring the goals. So 2 wins since we last met against Tottenham and Leeds. And it also changes the complexion of the Premier League as well. If I show you the league, Chelsea now have jumped up to 2nd with an 18-point gap between us and them, and we're 20 points ahead of Man United, which is a massive difference. Basically what happened was when we beat Leicester 3-0, they lost yet again to Everton 3-2 on the same match day, and Chelsea really have kept their form going. If we look at United's form, they've lost 5 out of their last 6 in all competitions, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And they've only won 1 in their last 4 league games. So they're in a horrendous run of form. Probably culminates in the fact that Eden Hazard is out injured for at least 6 more weeks. Iñaki Williams is also out injured for another 5 months. Plus Michael Keane, Anthony Martial and Paul Pogba all having a little bit of knocks here and there. Not helping their chemistry, not helping their players play particularly well. So probably playing them at the right time. We go to Old Trafford first, and then it's the 5th round of the FA Cup at the Emirates, North London derby yet again, and hopefully we can get through that competition and keep our 18-20 point lead in the league as well. So this is going to be the team that plays against United. Oblak in goal, Kolesniak, Laporte, Mustafi and Kimmich are the back line. Romagnoli steps out. He had a slight knock against Leeds, so he'll be coming out for a little bit, but Mustafi more than capable to come in and do a job. Goretzka and Tolisso in the middle of midfield. Hopefully now, from now until the end of the season, they can form a partnership, and it will stay there from now until then. Lamar on the left, Nelson on the right. Coutinho comes in for his first start since his long-term absence, and then Lacazette starts up top. 32 goals for the season for the Frenchman, 7.54 rating. Absolutely phenomenal year for Alexandre Lacazette. On the bench, Mera, Tierney, Ramsey, Helena, Iwobi, Cliver and Nkita all on the bench. Let's see what United are going to throw at us. So they start with a 4-1-4-1. David De Gea, Shaw, Lindelof, Bailly and Keane at the back. Dyer in front of the back 4. They've got Martial on the left, Mata on the right, Pogba and Herrera in the middle, and Andre Silva up top on his Todd. They've got Chris Crito, they've got Suso, Lukaku, Mkhitaryan, Matic and Marcus Rashford all on the bench. So bench for United really strong, and all in all, as I said, we're probably playing them at the right time, to be fair. They're in really poor form. We are in absolutely scintillating form since all of our first teamers have come back from injury. And let's kick this game off. We're in our change strip of all blue. They're in their red, white and black. And let's see what we can do against United. First highlight, literally a minute in, Lamar whipping that ball in into Mustafi and he heads it over. It's a free header for the German, but promising start for Arsenal. So Keane, Pogba and Martial all start. Martial has had to come off injured. Bit too much work for him. And Mkhitaryan's come on. Lamar, 15 minutes gone. Tolisso on the edge into Coutinho. Back to Lacazette. And Laporte's there, but I think it will be classed as offside. Yeah, offside. It pings around in the 6-yard box. Tolisso getting the ball through to Coutinho. Coutinho back to Lacazette. It hits Mustafi on the noggin and it falls to Laporte and he heads it in, but he was offside unfortunately. But again, good intent from the Arsenal. Keane now into Andre Silva. Andre Silva back to Michael Keane. Cross a bit too heavy and falls back to Pogba, back to Ander Herrera, into Juan Mata. Juan Mata being closed down, out to Pogba, through to Mkhitaryan, and Oblak makes the save. Mkhitaryan got a little bit of space there, probably should have done a little bit better, but that's going to see us through to half time. No, it's not. Lamar whipping the ball out to Tolisso yet again. Tolisso shoots and Pogba just gets in the way, but Eric Bailly is going to get to the ball first, through to Mata, and United have got runners. Dyer and Mata back to Ander Herrera, into Michael Keane, and he launches the ball down to the left-hand side, but Kolesniak Laporte makes a mistake into Andre Silva. Can he score? It hits the post, and that is hopefully going to see us until half-time. Not the best of halves for Arsenal. A little bit cagey affair between the two sides, and I'm going to really run into the team here. Far from pleased from what I've seen out there. Matic coming on for Keane, so I'm not entirely sure where Matic is going to be playing. Dye has gone at right back, Baye in the middle, and Matic has gone as the defensive midfielder. Gonna switch it down to standard. Kimmich has picked up a knock for us, which is not the greatest. Mata now finds the ball down the channel to Ander Herrera. He's going to get the ball into Mkhitaryan, and then he scores. Oblak really getting caught at the near post, and going to go attacking for the final 20-25 minutes. And Mkhitaryan puts United 1-0 up. Mata finding the lovely little ball down the channel to Ander Herrera, not really dealing with it, to be fair. And we get the ball in, and Mkhitaryan, lovely shot at the near post, but Oblak should be doing better. 1-0 to United. Highlight, just after the United goal, Lamar whipping that ball in, but Ander Herrera getting the ball first, and he drives forward, and Eric Dyer on that right hand side now. Mata again driving inside. Ander Herrera and Mata really controlling this game for United, but Tolisso nipping in there and doing the business, but Mata snapping at the heels at Goretzka. Pogba again. Pogba, Mata and Herrera really playing fantastically well. Andre Silva into Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan's done a fairly decent job since he's come on, but didn't do well there. Hit the shot well over. Pogba, how he's still playing is absolutely beyond me. Absolutely phenomenal stamina from the Frenchman. Goretzka, 15 minutes to go. Tolisso into Helenia, into Eddie, and Eddie scores. Eddie Nketiah, lovely goal there from the youngster, getting the shot off pretty quickly. Let's see this in 3D. Goretzka through to Tolisso. Tolisso just gets the ball to Helenia. Helenia into Nketiah, and what a first time hit. Don't think De Gea was expecting it, and it's now 1 apiece. Alenia again, just after the goal, into Tolisso. First time shot, cannons off the crossbar. Slowly coming back into this game. United have really controlled the midfield, but our boys seem to be getting a hold on the game ever so slightly. 3 minutes to go now. Lindelof on the right hand side into Mkhitaryan, but great tackle by Kolesniak, and Nketiah keeps the ball up, but gets tackled. Pogba into Juan Mata. Juan Mata going to find Mkhitaryan on the overlap. Lovely ball from Mkhitaryan, but that's a penalty. I think Mustafi came together with Andre Silva, and it's going to be a penalty for United. Chris Quito's going to step up, and he puts the ball away. United 2, Arsenal 1. We're going to lose our first game of the season away at Old Trafford, and we're going to stay, but we are going to stay top. It's going to be 17 points clear of United, 18 points clear of Chelsea, but we're going to lose our first game of the season. Unfortunately, to a very tired and run down United side, should have done a bit better, but Nelson can't get the ball out again, and that is full time. United 2, Arsenal 1. Missed opportunity really for us. We didn't play particularly well. Some of the big boys in our team didn't really kind of step up to the mark. So people like Coutinho on a 6.8, Lacazette on a 6.3. So all in all, need to go back to the drawing board. But we do have Tottenham coming up in about a week's time in the FA Cup to make amends and really have a look at see exactly what's gone wrong here. So we're here for the third North London derby of the season, and our past meetings have shown that we haven't lost to Tottenham since I've taken over at Arsenal, which is great to have. Great to have a stat like that, especially for the fans. Haven't lost to Tottenham since I've taken over. We are strong favourites. 1 loss, 3 wins out of the last 5. They've got 2 losses out of the last 5 as well. So similar sort of form, unfortunately. And let's see what the team selection is going to bring. Timo Werner is back, but he's not 100%, so he probably won't even get onto the bench unfortunately. I think we're going to stick with the same sort of side that played against United. We did play particularly well, just didn't finish off our chances. We're going to give the side another go against Tottenham at home. So Oblak in goal, Kolesniak, Laporte, Mustafi and Kimmich, Goretzka and Tolisso, Lamar, Coutinho, Nelson, Lacazette up top. Let's see what Tottenham have got. Tottenham did play in midweek in the Europa League, so it'll really be interesting to see what kind of formation, what players, and how fit they are playing coming into this game. So they've got Lloris in goal, Davis, Alderweireld, Onjanini, and Trippier at the back. I'm not entirely sure who he is. Bought in from Stuttgart, 2.2 million. So yeah, he looks very well rounded for a young centre back. So Good player from him. Anoma and Winks in the middle, so two from the Spurs Academy. They've got Edwards on the left, they've got Lamela on the right, Ali in behind, Lee Griffiths from Celtic. On the bench, Engels, Fernandez, Guidetti, Sissoko, Rahman and Renato Sanchez. So quite a youthful bench for Spurs. Some of their big players not playing today in the FA Cup. Going to get passionate and just say expect nothing but a win for this match. Go out there and do the business that we didn't do against United, and hopefully we can get through to the 6th round of the FA Cup. I'm looking pretty fit, to be fair. Nothing, no real kind of high conditioning problems for Spurs other than Trippier at right back. So yeah, it could be a full-on game here for us, and really not what I was expecting from this episode. Pretty lacklustre game against United and another one against Tottenham here. Don't want to replay against Spurs. I'm really going to be going for this in the second half and get aggressive with them in the halftime team talk. Far from pleased with what I've seen. They all seem to be fired up, and let's see what we can tinker with. Let's start the second half. So higher the tempo a little bit, go on attacking from the off. Again, probably the best time to play Spurs, but again, our boys really not doing the business. Lamar on a 6.6, Coutinho on a 6.5, and Tolisso on a 6.6 as well. Just going to keep going at them. Get creative. Come on, boys. Hour mark gone now. Nothing really changed. Let's make some changes. Lamar's going to come off. Going to bring on Kluivert. Coutinho's coming off. We're going to bring on Alenia. And Tolisso's going to come off. And we're going to bring on Aaron Ramsey. 3 changes. Hour mark gone. We need something to happen. 15 minutes to go, and we've dominated the game, but nothing coming from it at all. Get creative yet again. Highlight. 5 minutes to go. Trippier with a throw in. And Giannini goes back to him, and on the right hand side, Dele Alli trying to get the ball through to the middle, but Goretzka's going to mop that up and find Ramsey into Kluivert. Kluivert into Helenia. Helenia now driving forward. Lovely ball over the top to Alexander Lacazette. One-on-one with Lloris, but Lloris makes a massive save. Mustafi, big header against Lee Griffiths, and that's probably the only highlight I'm going to give you in this game. The United game wasn't the best. This game wasn't the best, and it's going to go to a replay at New White Hart Lane. 2 very, very disappointing games here for the Arsenal, and again aggressive, not good enough today. We are not in great form, and it's not what we want going into that Juventus game. So fixtures are piling up. We are going to find out who we have in the 6th round draw as well. So Everton will play Chelsea, Arsenal or Tottenham at home. So another home leg. Likes of Barnsley, Bournemouth, City, Newcastle, Preston or Leicester left in the hat. We will get Barnsley at home if we beat Tottenham. So that's not a bad little draw if we do get through. It means we can rest some of our first teamers and play some of the reserve team and people that really need game time in their legs. So if we get through Tottenham, we'll play Barnsley in the 6th round. So a very disappointing episode today. A loss against United in the league. A 0-0 draw. Very drab affairs in both games from this Arsenal side. We seem to have hit a little bit of a wall. Not entirely sure what's going on with the team. But tomorrow we will bring you Juventus in the first knockout round. First leg away at Turin. And then we'll bring you the Carabao Cup final against Southampton in the second game of the episode. So this episode's been a bit of a weird one, but hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow with 2 really, really good performances. But that's it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I know there are a lot of new viewers out there, so if you have enjoyed what you see, please do hit that subscription button. And until next time, when we bring you Juventus in the first leg of the Champions League and Southampton in the Carabao Cup final, I'll see you soon.